It's the Sega Saturn. You must play Sega Saturn, or Sega Sanshiro will literally rip your face off. You guys remember those commercials, don't you? Those Saturn commercials. Sega Sanshiro, Sega Sanshiro. Yeah, those ones. They're out there on YouTube if you ever want to go take a look at them. So anyway, we got a Baku Baku Animal for the Sega Saturn, a game that has never been remade or re-released in any capacity, something that's just locked away in the deep recesses of the past. Did you see the head that... excuse me, they stole the background from Donkey Kong Country with those pre-rendered palm trees? Yeah, I'm kind of surprised they got away with that. Well, I guess they assume no one would play this, so who's gonna know? So anyway, here's our first victim, Galapi. So the object of this game's gonna be pretty straightforward. Right away, you just match the animals to the respective food of the same color, and just do that until somebody finally gives in. It kind of raises the question, what am I gonna say about this for 10 minutes? This is gonna be a true testament to my commentary skills. So anyway, probably not a whole lot of other Let's Plays of this out on the internet. It feels like the type of thing that would be reviewed by Classic Game Room back in the day. He always specialized in, long-forgotten old obscure Sega things. He was a bit of a Sega fanboy. That guy was pretty cool. He reviewed games that you couldn't find anywhere else on the internet. And now I guess I've got to take up the mantle and become the new Mark Bustler of Classic Game Room. Banished from Earth, Classic Game Room broadcasts from the intergalactic space arcade on its never-ending journey to review everything. Today we're gonna be looking at Baku Baku Animal for the Sega Saturn. I think I've got the cadence of how he speaks down at this point. So this character in the middle of the screen there, he looks like he was from something else almost. He looks a little too over-designed to be a part of this game. Like he's got the G on his stomach, and I don't know, he just looks like he's from something else. Maybe there was some cancelled game or something. There were lots of cancelled Saturn games because the system got discontinued earlier than expected because it was such a huge flop, and there was interesting stuff they were going to do for the old Saturn had they kept it around. There was going to be another Clockwork Knight game, but it was going to be like a what do you want to call it, like a chess game almost, where the characters from Clockwork Knight were shaped as puzzle pieces. There's a good video out there that has, I think it's called the Top 100 Cancelled Saturn Games or something. Lots of fun stuff to be seen there. So, Galapi is really putting up a good fight here. We've almost got him. In case it wasn't immediately clear, you have to fill up the other character's screen all the way to win. But Galapi's not gonna let that happen. What else is going on out there? So how about that Popeye's chicken sandwich, huh? I don't fucking know. I just like the commercials. People are freaking out over that sandwich. They got the one with Aunt Inky Hooper eating the sandwich in his car, and he's all, Yeah, fun stuff. They play that commercial on Adult Swim a lot. Alright, and there we go. Jesus Christ, what a violent ending. Yeah, you saw what happened, I don't need to tell it to you. Holy fuck, what's this fucking lion doing here? Okay, so next we got Metal Lady. Wasn't there an Avenger once in the Avengers comics? There was just supposed to be like a Metal Lady, some kind of like short-term character that was used in maybe 1 or 2 issues, and then never again. Because there was the issue of the Avengers back in the day where they introduced the villain, the Taskmaster. And then to defeat the Taskmaster, there was a new character they introduced. It was like a metal lady who could shoot laser beams out of her eyes, and whatever happened to that character, I wonder? Who was that? I'm sure all you no-life Marvel Comics nerds out there can tell me what's what.
Actually, that character was blah blah blah.
Yeah. My impression of the fan base always sounds the same. Just that pretentious nerd that starts every conversation with, actually. So are there actually any... I just made my own... Never mind. Okay, let's stay focused here. Are there any Baku Baku animal fans out there actually watching this? Did somebody find this by searching for Baku Baku animal in 2021? I would be legitimately surprised if you did. Because the thing is that the bigger Let's Players out there, they always complain that
no matter what game I play, no matter how obscure it is, there's always somebody criticizing me about not doing something.
And I'm wondering if that's going to hold true for something this obscure and forgotten. If there's a Baku Baku animal expert out there who's going to judge my combos, and why didn't you put the banana there? I want to see if that idea rings true for something this obscure. That would be kinda cool in a sense. People recognize the game, even when it's something like this. Dearie. So we seem to be doing a little bit better this time around. Okay, if she can do something with all those blue blocks on her side, that would be quite dangerous for us, but hopefully we can cut it off before... Okay, well, never mind. That is gonna extend things quite a bit. We'll pull through, though. Oh, dear. Fuck you if you're watching this, Arlo. Anywho, so what else is there to say about this simple puzzle game that's been lost in the annals of history? There were 2 other versions of this game, aside from the Saturn version. There was 3, actually, I just remembered. There was one for the Sega Game Gear. There was one for the Master System that I think only came out in Brazil. And there was one for Windows 95, I want to say. Sega was pretty desperate for cash during the Saturn era, and so they started releasing a whole bunch of their stuff on Windows to try and recoup their losses. I think Lazy Game Reviews, or whatever the name of that channel is, or LGR, they did a special about Sega PC games, and quite an oddity in the grand scheme of video game history. Anyway, you used to be able to find all those strange Sega PC games on a certain site where you could get abandonware and such, but that place is no longer around anymore, so you can't get them as easily. There really isn't a good place for abandonware. I mean, by nature it's games that aren't supported anymore, so that they're free for the taking, as it were, but all the sites got shut down anyway, sadly. So I don't know where you would find the PC copy of Baku Baku Animal or Bug or Power Slave or all of those other fancy schmancy Sega Saturn games. Did they have a PC port of Panzer Dragoon? It feels like something they did. There was also a Sonic R PC port. I wonder how hard it would be to get that re-released on Steam. If they could just take the Windows version and just port it over somehow. I think at least some people would buy it. Whenever there's a bad Sonic game on Steam, the reviews are always pretty evenly divided by people who are already familiar with the game and they've accepted the quality, and people who've never played it before and are just totally shocked and
what the hell is this?
I feel like with the Sonic fandom, the bad games become sort of an inside joke, and people, come to terms with the fact that it's not good, so they'll leave like sarcastic reviews about, this is the greatest game of all time. It must just suck to be a developer working on a Sonic game. I mean, the series means so many different things to so many different people that there's really no way to make everybody happy. It's like a religion of sorts. Everybody has their own different interpretation of it, and there's no one way to appeal to all the different followers. Oh, dearie. So there's a hidden message in this game's code, by the way. If you look up Baku Baku Animal on the cuttingroomfloor.net or .com, whichever it is, There's just like a secret, I guess, series of Japanese text hidden away in the code, and if you translate it, it's nothing special. It's just, thank you for buying the game. Sega's gonna go bankrupt pretty soon here. Someone help us, please. You ever see the... It's just remembering that Sleepy Case thing where there was the Donkey Kong creepypasta and it was horrible and full of gore and Donkey Kong was killing the player's real-life family, and then it ends with a picture of Miyamoto saying, thank you for playing this free demo of my upcoming game. Remember to buy the full game when it releases in stores, and blah blah blah. I miss Sleepy Cast, man. I miss Sleepy Cast. I don't know if they're officially done or what the story is. I think they might be.